dinner. Well, even though Thanksgiving is the unofficial start of the Christmas movie season, holiday films have been airing all month. And you know, between Hallmark and Lifetime, 74 Christmas movies are premiering this season, and they're more diverse now than they were before. At least 5 of them feature LGBTQ couples, including The Christmas House, which is Hallmark's first holiday movie centered around the gay romantic storyline. It's a big step for the channel. You know, you may recall Hallmark pulled a commercial last year that showed two brides kissing after receiving backlash from conservative groups. The network also pledged to diversify its casts. Meanwhile, Hollywood producers say it's been a challenge filming these movies during a pandemic.
In the past Christmas movies, we've had these big, giant tables full of people. But this year, we were very mindful in having smaller gatherings so that would reflect sort of what a lot of people are experiencing.
That's Holly Robinson Peete you just heard from there, an actress and producer, starring in 2 Christmas movies this year. For one of the scenes, she says she had to gargle hydrogen peroxide before a kissing scene. I don't know that any doctors recommend that, so before you go gargling, before you kiss your loved ones, make sure you talk to your doctor about that. The crew was tested for COVID every 3 days. All the production staff wore face coverings, and the actors had to quarantine when they were not on the set.
You know, it's hard to avoid what social media experts are calling doom scrolling. Still ahead, where you can go on your apps to make your Facebook feed cater to what you want to see. That's coming up when we return. 51, here are the top 3 things you need to know to start your day. With online shopping being at an all-time high this season, USPS is advising you ship things sooner rather than later. Their advice, if you ship anything before December 18th, you can have it shipped first class. Anytime after that should be priority mail. Due to the expected busy season, USPS is delivering on Christmas for an added fee.
Wearing masks during the pandemic is making some people recognize their own hearing loss. Health experts say hearing loss is gradual, and many rely on facial expressions to understand what's being said to them. Audiologists say people wait around 7 years to get their hearing checked, and the pandemic is speeding up that time frame.
And many of us off to a very foggy start this morning. This is a look over downtown Norfolk. You can see that dense fog there. Temperatures still pretty warm, 40s and 50s for most of us, even some 60s creeping in. We'll talk about a little bit of a warm up, but then a major cool down for next week.
And between politics, ongoing civil unrest, and the global COVID pandemic, some days it's hard to avoid doom scrolling. Now, that's when you just can't stop looking at social media, even if it's something that's upsetting to you.
Consumer Reports has some advice that could go a long way in preserving your mental health during these challenging times, as our Erica Greenway explains.